Dragon Ball is not a part of the big three, but why is that and what does that really mean? I mean, it's more popular than Naruto and Bleach and always in a head-on sales rivalry with One Piece. Well, the reason Dragon Ball isn't considered part of the big three anime really just comes down to timing. When people talk about the big three, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, they're usually referring to a very specific era in anime and manga, especially in the West. In Japan, these series actually all started about 2 years apart. One Piece came out in 1997, that was the year I was born, Naruto in 1999, and Bleach in 2001. But in North America, they all started showing up around the same time-ish. One Piece in 2002, Naruto in 03, and Bleach in 07, which is not really near 02 and 03, but you guys get the point. So they ended up being grouped together in the fans' minds. Dragon Ball, on the other hand, came way earlier than all three of these series. The original manga dropped in Japan all the way back in 1984 and wrapped up in about 1995, long before the big three ever existed. And while the English dub of Dragon Ball Z hit in 1996 and exploded in popularity from there on out, that still put it years ahead of the big three anime premieres in the US. One Piece showed up in 2004, Naruto in 05, and Bleach in 06. This is a much closer time period. So by the time those series were becoming the next big thing, Dragon Ball Z had already finished this original run and even GT was wrapping up. Basically, Dragon Ball was already a household name by the time the big three even came along. It was from a really different era entirely, and it didn't help that anime streaming didn't exist back then either. If your local TV station wasn't airing something on like Toonami or something like that, you probably weren't seeing it. So while fans could talk about anime online, they were mostly limited to what was broadcasted, and the big three felt like the new wave taking over just as Dragon Ball was kind of starting to fade out of the spotlight.